Hi everybody, welcome back to a special edition of YBA Today, our regular Today Camp show. A special edition, however. I'm Jimmy Young, president and founder of Young Broadcasters of America. We're very proud to have the camp director of Camp Caribou, Bill Lerman, in studio with us, and we are now joined by Dan Duquette. Dan now runs a sports academy in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts, and it will be the site of the first master sportscaster camp overnight that YBA has been involved with. And Dan, you might just remember he had a little stint with a baseball team in Boston, the Red Sox. Yeah, the Brewers were there too, and the Expos, two-time Executive of the Year, MLB. But he's now a camp director. And Dan, welcome. Good to see you. And we are so looking forward to working with you guys this summer in June.
Good to be here, Jimmy. I'm glad to be here. We're in the big leagues of the camping world.
Indeed. Well, Major League.
Good to see
Absolutely. You, man. A legend in our own minds, right? But Dan, tell us a little bit about the sports academy that you run out in Hinsdale, Western Mass, and the Berkshires.
Well, we got a beautiful facility, and the kids get a chance to play ball. They get a chance to have all the nice things that you have about summer camp, right? You have the lake, you have the summer campfires. The kids learn a little bit about nutrition and healthy living and all that, and it's just a safe environment. On the weekends, we bring in the sports teams from around the Northeast. We do sports tournaments, but during the week, we're all about the camp.
There you go, and you've got 100 acres out there. Beautifully. I've driven by the facility. I can't wait to visit. You actually have an open house April 17th, if I remember correctly?
Right. April 17th, you get a chance to meet a lot of the instructors and get a chance to see the facility. Most camps have ropes courses. We have a ropes course, right, where you can learn a little leadership, right?
Nice. Yep. Yeah. I pulled a groin on his ropes course once. No surprise. Every time I went to Caribou, I ended up on the DL. It's no surprise.
But you never got your bathing suit wet?
Never went. The first summer I went in the lake to swim that lake. I never went back in again.
Exactly. I had a question. Do you compete with some of the local camps that are right out there? There's a number of boys camps near you.
Yeah, we have this camp challenge.
Okay.
Where we play baseball, right? We play
like a 15 and under thing.
Yeah, right. And the camp challenge, we play camps like Camp Beckett.
Sure.
Winnedoo.
Yep. Big camp.
Right.
Yep.
So there's some really good sports camps in the
Mackinac.
Berkshires. Yep, Mackinac.
Yep.
I think Beckett is probably one of the few camps that is probably older than yours. Yours is one of the oldest in New England.
Program, great place.
Yep.
Beckett and Chimney Corners.
Yep, Beckett, Chimney Corners.
Yep.
And so they're all out there. So it's a great area for camps.
It is.
Kids come from New York City, of course, and all throughout the Northeast. Ours is a little bit more of a sports specialty camp for the older kids. If you want to learn the fundamentals of your sport plus the game, the inside game, we can do that for baseball, of course, because we bring in some pro instructors like Walt Heriniak's coming out for.
Nice.
He'll be there in August. I'm trying to get Joe Kerrigan, who used to manage the Red Sox, of course, good pitching coach. So for the older kids, we got specialty sports camps, and you can learn soccer from the British Challenger group.
Okay.
And of course, you can learn broadcasting from the Young Broadcasters of America. We're having a specialty camp in broadcasting.
Is that a one-week thing?
Yeah, we're doing June 26th to July 1st. It's a Sunday to Friday program. And these kids were going to get play-by-play instruction, digital storytelling. We're going to stream live every night with a sports talk show with the kids. The beautiful thing about this already is there's about 4 or 5 of my regulars that have signed up. So they're already going to be a little advanced when they get there, plus they're going to be able to deal with my personality. So they'll be psyched and kind of leading the way for some of the others, which I think will be a great kind of a mentoring experience. And still looking for more kids. One kid signed up. We got a kid from North Carolina. We've had inquiries from California. So it is a unique opportunity for young people who are interested in perhaps becoming the next, Chris Berman.
All right. Will your campers be filming his campers playing?
That's the idea.
And then doing
and telling stories and doing interviews with his staff and interviews with the kids. And there's a million stories going on all day long.
Right.
And I think that's a great thing. Hey, speaking of Chris Berman, and Dan, I want you to see this. The Camp Caribou video has taken on quite a few stages over the years. The first Camp Caribou video, just for the record, was voiced by yours truly.
Exactly.
And it was an amazing editing experience at WGME, Channel 13.
That's when you had the golden pipes.
Yeah, I had those golden pipes.
Exactly.
Let's not talk about that, all right? Anyway, what I want to do is I want to roll that video so that we can see a little of it, and more importantly, listen to who they have now doing their video.
Okay.
I'm Chris Berman. Coming up, Camp Caribou extends a winning streak dating all the way back to 1922. Plus, we have ignition, we have liftoff, as campers reach new heights. And hey, is this kind of fun really authorized? We'll explain next. Bill and Martha Lehrman are the Camp Caribou owners and directors.
Martha and I have been second-generation camp directors since 1983.
Our goal for every Caribou camper is to have them come up here, expose them to as many activities as possible, develop skills, lifelong friendships, and have a fabulous time.
I think it's amazing that these kids get to experience camp together. We offer a variety of land sports, water sports, and wilderness activities where the kids get to be really creative, learn new things, and work together as a team.
We have many missions, not just one single mission at Camp Caribou. We try to provide a safe, exciting, fun, memorable summer. And what camp does is teaches a child that they can do things on their own. And when they find out that they can do some things on their own, it's wonderful to see. It gives them an enormous amount of self-confidence.
Camp Caribou is located in Waterville, Maine, about 3 hours north of Boston. We're really fortunate.
Okay, that was a moose. I spent 11 years in Maine. I never saw a live moose, ever.
That's because you never went on any trip. You never left the camp, that's why.
It's because I wanted to play sports all day. Is that so bad? See, I would have been great at his camp. You know, what can I tell you? Beautiful facility, though, Bill. I mean, you've done such a great job over the years. I mean, I remember the days, you know? And who was talking to earlier
I think an old
today?
pedigree is that originally when we got there, and this was not unusual, we had a clay basketball court.
I remember that.
We still have clay tennis courts, which is cool, which
Right.
is hip, man.
Right.
That's good, you know, that's good. But
It's also easy on your limbs.
Basketball court.
I know.
I don't know.
No.
So we changed that.
That's good. Yes, you did. Hey, joining us on the phone right now is someone who's very special to both you and me because I actually coached him back in the day. And now he is a big supporter of Young Broadcasters of America. Barry Gudelski, you out there, Barry?
I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Audio, you know, we got audio, no visual.
That's right. There you go. That's all right. We know what you look like, and we actually threw up a picture of you at age 12, I think, earlier tonight, too.
Good, I haven't aged much.
You haven't changed much?
No, we're going to keep that alive.
That's good. So we are streaming live on the internet. Mr. Gudelski, you're calling, of course, from Maryland, right?
This is, yeah.
Rockville.
Just want to make sure you were still in Maryland. I didn't know. Sometimes you travel to Pennsylvania. Barry actually has a number of indoor sports facilities that he owns and runs in that area of Maryland and Pennsylvania. And I think it's interesting since all of us love sport, but more importantly, the lessons that sport teach. And Dan, you know, you've seen it at the highest level. You've seen it at the lowest level.
Thank you.
Anyway,
I helped you out with that.
I appreciate that. We're good. You know, we have a little chemistry over there. Barry, you still play.
I do.
Well,
And how old are you now?
qualify that group.
51.
51, still playing soccer
Nope,
after
both
all
ankles
these years.
operated on, both knees rebuilt. I'm still plugging away here.
I have one question. Do you
Sure.
recall what Barry Goo was most famous for on the soccer field that is still at Camp Caribou legendary? And this year, when we have this massive alumni reunion, which we
Have to
hope
plug
to have
completely
over
for
about
plug
100
in.
people,
Yep.
Goo's going to be there, and he's going to do what he's famous for. Do you know what that is?
Is it a bicycle kick? What is it?
No. Tell him go.
It's a handspring throw-in.
Oh, that's
spring.
right.
All right.
It's really amazing.
Not only that.
Were you ever able to do that?
Please, no. Are you kidding me?
Well, you could have done it once and then you would have been injured.
No. Yes, absolutely. I would have definitely been injured. But actually, the reason why I wouldn't do it is it makes absolutely no sense. Barry,
From a soccer point of view?
No, I mean, what you want to maintain
Maybe I might
possession
lean
of the
on that,
ball. Okay, if you have to do a flip to throw the ball an extra, 10 yards or so, you got to make sure it goes to a teammate.
Hey, I scored against Dartmouth in college, and we had put
Yeah! That's good.
He won up me.
I like
He's got
that.
it.
I like
He's got
that.
it.
Went to the
Way to
far
come
post.
back with that goo, man.
Barry, let me ask you a
Far
question.
post.
You
What?
were one of my kids. You were one of my campers.
Yes.
Is there any lesson that I taught you that you still use today?
Ooh, tough question.
Oh, Bill. No, it's, communication, confidence,
Oh, nice.
and just
Shameless plugs.
all the things that you need. Not necessarily. I mean, there were some skills that you taught us, but it was really it was all the group stuff that you taught us.
Nice.
And nothing at the socials. Don't go there. Okay. Hey, but
Wasn't even talking about the socials.
seriously, the weekend.
I don't know how I talked to you early today. I don't know how you remembered my girlfriend over at Somerset.
Wow.
Stacy, you know what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm still in touch with the one that I met at Camp Somerset to this day. She's out in California. She went to Tufts University. So, I mean, it's
You were not married to her, though.
No,
Okay.
one of the few that got away.
Okay. Just checking on that.
Barry, we're going to be at the reunion in August,
Excellent, man.
the weekend of 12, 13, and 14.
Exactly.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, that's the beautiful thing, Dan, about overnight camp versus, and no disrespect to the specialization of camps and what have you, but when you live with someone for 8 weeks, 7 weeks now,
Exactly.
you really do get to bond and you become brothers in a lot of ways. And there are a lot of brothers out there from the Caribou days.
And I will say that is an amazing part of camp. I'll be up there in May, and somebody will drive down a 1 mile road, and they'll, struggle to get out of the vehicle, and they'll say, I was here in 1959, and, I want to see all the names, and they talk about the best years of their lives at summer camp with all their buddies. You're
That's good.
absolutely right.
Best years of your life till you get to college. Okay, lastly, before you go, because we do have to take a break, Abby Shapiro was out here today from the Camp Source. We all have used Abby in a lot of ways as far as getting us campers and leads and what have you. How important is it to have someone as dedicated as her helping you grow your camp?
I think she's a really fine resource in the industry because she does know the camps extremely well. She has children who are camp age, so they're actually at camps. She visits all the camps, and I think her organization and many others have been a great asset to the industry. I do think that they provide a nice feature for camps, and it's just one part of developing your name. And I think a big part of it is, which I think you'll experience, is also just the word of mouth.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and that's also a tremendous asset.
Absolutely.
And more so years ago than now, but there's still a legacy. The father went there, the uncle, now the son, the grandson, and we have a lot of third-generation children.
That's right. And actually, when Robbie Brockman comes out here from Bowercrest, they too are a great generational string there, and they have a great job. Dan, you went to Abby's Camp Source Fair at Newton South about a month ago. Based on the camp fairs that you and I have actually shared, that one was worth it.
Yeah, well, Camp Source does a great job, and Abby knows the camps, and she'll pair up the camps with the children's needs and meet the family's needs. So I think she does a great job.
Yep, and I'm psyched. She was actually out here today, and I'm really looking forward to working with her as well. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to say goodbye to Mr. Bill Lerman. Maybe you'll stick around for afterwards.
I would love to, Jim.
I'd love to see you hang out. And Robbie Brockman from Camp Bowercrest will join us after this. Don't go away.